Hi there, how's it going? It's Aina. 皆さんこんにちは、Ainaです。約1ヶ月ぶりの YouTube 投稿になってしまったんですけれども、今回は3月の英語スピーチまとめ動画をやっていきたいと思います。3月の31日間、私と一緒に英語スピーチ頑張ってほしいですっていう動画を前に上げたんですけれども、一緒に頑張ってくれた方ありがとうございました。英語スピーチ一緒に頑張ってくれた方だけではなくって、いいねの反応だったりとかコメントをくださった皆様のおかげですごく励まされて、私も31日間走り抜くことができました。今回はその31日間分のスピーチがギュギュッとこの1本にまとまっているので、かなり長い動画になるかと思うんですけれども、ぜひ最後まで見てもらえたら嬉しいです。Alright, let's get started.Today's topic is the first day of the 31 days challenge. The day has finally come. I'm so excited. Alright, let's get started. How's 2023 treating you so far? To be honest, I'm unsatisfied with the status quo so far. January, I've been catching a cold for a bit long term. February, I've been fidgeting because I'm gonna transfer to another department in March.And then it was the first day today after changing to another department. I had mixed feelings this morning. On the one hand, I was excited, but on the other hand, I felt nervous about it. I'll do my best to find my feet, by the way. To put it bluntly, I got distracted by a lot of things.I couldn't focus on what I really want to do and I have to do for these 2 months, but I realized there is no use worrying about things I can't control. I'm gonna face what I really want to take time and energy where it is needed through this speech challenge this month. Make life worth living. Alright, that's all for today.Today's topic is, what is your theme for 2023? As I talked about it before, my theme for 2023 is awareness. Actually, there were a lot of words to pop into my head when I was thinking about my theme for 2023, such as growth, nurture, or something like that. But for things first, I feel like I need awareness.I understand there is no point in changing my mindset if I want change my actions, but something throws me off easily in life from time to time. I want to focus on what's in front of me. That's what I say, awareness. I sometimes space out, especially when I'm in trouble or when I worry about something.But I want to concentrate on the here and now and live in the moment. I'm not sure which comes first, awareness or actions, but I believe hard work pays off no matter how long it takes. And I'm sure the results will follow, no matter which comes first. So just focus and live a little. I don't have time to look aside.Don't think about the past and don't worry about the future. Alright, finally, it's Friday, TGIF. What are you guys up to tonight? I'm going to the hair salon after work. I'll come back home a little late tonight, so I'm taking a video first thing in the morning just in case. By the way, today's topic is, why do you want to achieve your theme for 2023? My theme for 2023 is awareness. And the reason why I want to achieve it is I need to value my me time more. I'm not good at getting it out of my head when I worry about something, which makes me do nothing. But I feel like that's wasting my time.It means I'm wasting my life. Life is one after another day, and every step I take is my future. Of course, I need time to chill out and do nothing, but I don't want to spend my time worrying about something I can't control and doing nothing. It's outrageous that I can't sleep well enough. By achieving my theme for 2023, I can be good at snapping out of it and focusing on what's in front of me. That's why I want to achieve my theme for 2023. Alright, that's all for First of all, I'm so sorry for my voice with a stuffy nose today. It's because of hay fever. By the way, today's topic is what are you most excited about in the last few years? To start something new always makes me excited. I thought so before facing this topic. Looking back on the last few years, organizing this challenge is one of the exciting things for me. But I didn't feel like this the first time, 2 years ago. I felt so nervous and worried about what others thought about me. The same is true when I did something new, like going abroad on a working holiday visa, changing jobs and the environment to live in, and things like that. I always had mixed feelings when I tried something new. In retrospect, I did great, which made me excited as always. To sum up, at the first glance, it might not seem like the exciting things for me is so fun. I feel like overcoming difficulties is one of the exciting things in my life. Growth is often a painful process, right? I'll try and enjoy the adversity. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is looking back, are there any themes that are consistent throughout your life? My consistent theme in life is you only live once, which I set to my social media account name. There are some things to keep in mind all the time that I did to make my theme come true. 1. To take a crack at something that I'm curious about. 2. To express my gratitude, not only to say something I want to. 3. To value me time. Things often don't turn out the way I want, but I tell myself you only live once, especially when I feel down. To be honest, I've been feeling down these days because many things overlapped. So I'm telling myself you only live once. And I tried it. I'm trying to snap out of it these days. But I don't feel good today, so it's short, but that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Today's topic is what changes can you make to start to embody your theme. I make a New Year's resolution every year, but I've never thought about the theme for the year. This is my first try. And I've never thought about what my ideal life looks like either. I feel like it is time to shift my mindset around setting goals that are connected to my ideal life. I believe that start living a more intentional life by simply choosing a word or phrase that I keep in mind all the time to get aligned with my ideal life. I want to be a person who has a firm belief. As I said, that I felt down yesterday, but I don't want to have my emotional ups and downs a lot. It's impossible to be hyper all the time, but I want to retain the energy to do my best for the day. I have to be much healthier, take a rest a lot, eat a lot, and live for fun. Alright, that's all. Today's topic is what area of your life do you want to focus on first in 2023? I want to put priorities focusing on the emotional health area of my life first in 2023. Emotional health is so important because it can dictate my behavior, thoughts, decisions, actions, and so on. It also relates to how I feel about myself as well as how I feel about people around me. Once I reflect on my life, I got mentally tired from time to time because of depression, stress, anxiety, and so on. It involved my physical health sooner or later. I feel like my theme awareness has a good effect on emotional health because it makes me stop and smell the roses. As I talked about what I want to be much healthier in the previous speech, it's not only physical but also mental in order to move forward step by step every single day. Alright, that's all for I had too much alcohol last night and kind of lost my voice today. I'm sorry if you'd barely understand what I'm saying. By the way, today's topic is, what do you want to let go of in 2023? I want to declutter not only things I have, but also what I'm thinking. I don't like messy spaces, so I often tidy up. But I'm not good at reducing things. I am the kind of person who is a pack rat. I want to, or more like I have to, let go of things that I don't use a lot. Decluttering helps me organize my thoughts, right? I want to declutter my life and focus my energy on things I like. It's important that I never have things or think about something more than necessary in order to cherish what I want to treat with care. I want to value important things for me properly, such as things I like, the people around me who treasure me, and me time, which is precious. It's too late if I realize how important something was after I lose it. But I had the experience. I learned a lot. Just take nothing for granted after that. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is describe your personality. Understanding yourself better can help you discover ways to get along with and handle yourself. And also, it could help you not compare yourself to others. We all have different personalities, and it's not about which one excels in it. I'd describe myself as honest, affectionate, and introverted. But the people around me say I am friendly and extroverted, but I don't think so. What people see as your personality is different from what you think you are. I don't think that I'm good at telling my story to others or explaining my thoughts. I feel like it's one of my weaknesses and I want to overcome it because I prefer to be in tight-knit relationships with the precious people around me, so I'm pretending that I can do it. Just fake it until you make it, right? I like just the way I am, but my personality is still evolving. I can make efforts, not for myself, but for the people I like. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, if you could create a new version of yourself, who would the person seem like? There would be some things to adapt to new skills if I could update and upgrade myself. One of them is that I'd like to manage my time wisely and efficiently. I have a bad habit of saying very often, like, time flies, I've been pressed for time, and things like that. But we all have only 24 hours per day equally. If I feel like I always run out of time to do something I want to or I have to do, I need to consider revising the way I use my time. I need some time to do nothing and chill out. But I feel like I'm always pressed for time. Packing my schedule way too tight is one of my bad habits though. By the way, I have a plan after work, so I'm taking a video first thing in the morning. I'm getting better to use my time, little by little, aren't I? Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, what are you most passionate about? There are some things that I'm passionate about for the past few years. I'm gonna talk about one of them today. What I'm passionate about is the marathon. I was a member of the tennis team when I was a junior high and a high school student. I had an exercise habit since I was younger, but I wasn't good at running at all. By a strange coincidence, I started running around a year ago. I never thought I would start running, which I had never been good at after I turned 30. You're never too old to start something new, even if it's not your thing, right? I'm gonna take part in a half marathon tomorrow, by the way, and my goal this year is to make it through the finish line with a full marathon, 42.195 kilometers. There is a long way to go, but that makes my life much more exciting. By the way, there are much more things that I'm passionate about these days. I'm gonna talk about them someday soon. Alright, that's all for today. I took part in a half marathon today as I talked about it in the previous speech. I accomplished the goal I made up my mind to, which made me super excited. I made it. I thought about what I'm gonna talk about in today's speech when I was running. Describe something that I want to make a habit. I thought about things that I want to make a habit was studying, exercising, reading books, or something like that until yesterday. Thanks to today's marathon, I have second thoughts. What I want to make a habit of is affording to enjoy not only life, but also a situation or anything. When I have no room in my mind, I focus too much on the tasks I have in a bad way. I can't afford to enjoy anything at all. Today's course I ran was including a public road. Many people cheered, "You can do it, hang in there," which made me energetic. Thanks to them making me smile, that made me take another step forward. I realized smiling makes space in my heart to enjoy. Life is often hard, but life is what I make it. People only see what they want to see. If I believe life is amazing and enjoyable, it's gonna be so. Alright, that's all for today's topic is describe bad habits you want to break. I tend to squeeze in my schedule, which ends up making me overwhelmed. I feel like I have a problem with my schedule to make. I should be realistic and create doable schedules. What I'm working on it is writing down all my to-dos and making sure how long it takes properly. One of the important things for it is to make flexible plans. I don't think I'm good at this process. And then I give orders of priority to them. I feel like eating a frog is one of the important tips not to be a procrastinator. If I see the worst task still on my to-do list in the evening, I'll put it off one way or another to use anything as an excuse. My bad. Anyway, I'm in the middle of striving for it. After breaking it, I have to stick to the schedule I created to be productive. I need another tip for it though. Alright, that's all for today's topic is describe excuses you always end up making. I don't think excuses are always bad, because we are not perfect after all. Making excuses means that it's easier to live with our failures. I sometimes make excuses, but they never prevent me from doing anything. I just need to explain to myself when I can't do good enough. I don't think it's bad, but come to think of it, I made a bad excuse before. The excuse that I was used to making was, I wasn't good enough, so I couldn't. This excuse was so bad because it kept me stuck and stopped me from moving forward. I didn't want to fail or make any excuses after I failed, so I did nothing. I just needed reasons to give up. After I realized that, I was so sick of myself, so I put aside failures or anything. I'll see what happened after I tried. Just cross that bridge when I come to it, right? I sometimes feel still I'm not good enough, but I don't use it as an excuse. I regard a lack of something myself as a growth opportunity. I no longer give up before trying. Now, what I end up making an excuse is I don't have enough time or energy, but I never give up on these reasons. Familiarity breeds confidence. I take initiative to struggle with my purpose. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, what wouldn't you mind not having? Sometimes I feel that I waste my time finding myself worrying about things I can't control, such as the past, other people's feelings, and things like that, which are times I wouldn't mind not having. I have to set healthy boundaries in my mind to judge whether I need to worry about it or not. I'm better to focus on things I can control to stay grounded, instead of spending time and energy worrying about things I can't control and messing up. Letting go of control takes a lot less energy, time, and effort than trying to control everything. I've been struggling to set healthy boundaries anyway. It was so hard for me before, but I realized setting healthy boundaries means taking responsibility for my awareness. I sometimes find myself thinking about meaningless things, but at the same time, I notice that I'm worried about them before I knew it, right? Then all I should do is snap out of it. I consider if it's worth using my time or not. It's not rocket science, is it? Our life is limited. We don't have time to let meaningless things drive our life. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, if you have the energy to spare, what do you want to do the most? I feel like I don't have enough energy to focus these days. I don't know why, but I deviate from what I should concentrate on easily. I find myself spacing out. I tend to take rest at home on weekends for the past few months. The more tired I get, the more time I just sit around scrolling through my phone without having a clear purpose. I'm not the type of person who is social media addicted. I feel like that takes up too much of my time and energy. By the way, if I have the energy to spare, I want to go out somewhere I've never been to. I need some downtime to recharge my batteries. I have some plans to go on a trip on my days off this month. I'm gonna let my hair down. I heard where focus goes, energy flows. If it's true, for things first, I need to focus though. I'll try. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, what makes you lose track of time? I might be saying the same thing again, but running can help me forget not only the time, but also about memories, problems I have, negative emotions, and things like that. I had a hard time with the environment surrounding me that I can't control early this month. I've probably said this already though. Many things overlapped, which made me mentally drained, to be honest. I couldn't get them out of my head or snap out of it. I needed time to sort out my feelings, to look on the bright side. But I felt like that probably kept making me feel troubled if all I did was think about it by myself at home. I thought about the problems I had during running, which ended up leading me in a better direction. Running always helps me organize my thoughts, clear my head, and think outside the box. I can so concentrate on thinking about what I should do next during running that I lose track of time. I've been learning how important to channel my concentration into one thought at a time through running. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, what is the key to making you motivated? When I got motivated in the past, I had no confidence in myself at all, and I wanted to overcome that. I had an inferiority complex about myself for a long time. I completely thought I had to push myself harder to love myself. I felt like I had to do that rather than wanted to, which made me tired actually. But now I've learned I can get closer to my ideal self and broaden my horizons if I'll strive to make my best effort, even just a tiny bit, day by day. This is the key for me to motivate. I can't believe I've come this far, but I want to go much farther. Practice makes perfect, right? That's what it took about 3 years that I've been learning through the 2-minute speech. Even now, there are times when I can't try harder, but I know the importance of taking a break. And I also know I'm the kind of person who always bounces back from adversity somehow. I could say that the key to making me motivated is I can believe in myself too. Alright, that's all for today. I went on a 2-day snowboarding trip to Nagano Prefecture and I just came back home. I'm so sore and tired right now, but it was a nice change of pace. I went on a day mountain climbing trip the other day as I talked about it in my speech. It helped take my mind off the problems I had. Going on a trip always makes me feel so much better. I feel like it affects just taking a different trains or routes to go home. Changing the environment could change my mood. Unexpected meetings might await me too when I go out, right? This time, I'm having distractions after I've been overwhelmed, but it'll be much better to take a break before taking in a dead-end situation from now on. By the way, I'm working tomorrow. I have to go to bed as soon as possible. Alright, that's all for today's topic is, describe your turning point in life. My turning point in life was when I went to Australia on a working holiday visa. To say it in another way, it was when I suffered from my depression. Long story short, I hit rock bottom with a lot of sadness and anxiety things, and I couldn't even go out at that time. It was my darkest period in life, to be honest. Looking back on it, I had the hardest time in life, but that made me take a leap of faith and do something different. Now that I think when one door closes, another door opens. If I never give up moving on and being happier. I never thought back then this was gonna be my turning point in life. You never know what life has in store for you, right? Life always has its ups and downs, but I learned from this experience that every cloud has a silver lining. No matter what happens, I'll be okay because I already have the experience to overcome difficulties. Now I can believe in my resilience. That's what makes me stronger too. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is what are you most proud of? To be honest, I can't be proud of myself these days. I was thinking about this topic all day, but nothing came to mind. I'm feeling so miserable right now. I'm better to sleep on it and want to retry to talk about this topic tomorrow. Anyway, I'm trying to snap out of it and be proud of myself. Tomorrow will be a better day. I believe so. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topics are, what are you most proud of? And what did you learn from the experience? First of all, I'm so sorry for the previous speech I tweeted last night. I made up my mind to post speeches for 31 days this month, but I didn't have any space in my heart and I couldn't take it anymore. I took a video one way or another and posted it, but that was awful. I'm snapping out of the worst situation little by little and feeling so much better now. That's what I'm proud of. I'm the type of person who can strive to move forward no matter what happens. No matter how tough my life is, I'll never give up moving on and living with hold my head high. I can't give up on my happiness so easily that I'll make my best effort for it. Life is what you make it, right? As I talked about my turning point in life before, I can make a change to turn sad things in life into the power to push myself forward. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. I believe I can find the light if I keep moving on. I learned what kind of person I am from many sad things in life. Everything is going to fall into place, so I'll be okay. Alright, that's all. Today's topic is describe your attractiveness. I thought about this topic all day, but I couldn't decide yet what my attractiveness was, so I asked my sister for a hint. She said that the ability to take action is one of my attractivenesses. I agree with that 100%. I'm a doer. I always jump in with both feet, for better or worse, but I like the way I am. I feel like I need to put in the appropriate amount of effort if I want to become the person I wish to be. What's important is for me to be that person I can love. I'm always willing to strive for it, to love myself. I'm trying to be on my side as always. It doesn't mean that I forgive myself for giving in to temptation easily. I want to be the person who cheers me up and supports me all the time because I'm in charge of my life. I'm the one who makes my life happy. I say this is my attractiveness. Alright, that's all for today. I have a plan after work today. I wanted to take a video for the 2-minute speech first thing in the morning, but I overslept. I didn't have enough time to prepare for it. But lucky me, I can take a video for the 2-minute speech right now. So let's get started. Today's topic is, remember this time of last year, what did you do? I totally forgot what I did, what I thought, or what I felt this time of last year. I looked back on the 2-minute speech I posted on Twitter around this time of last year. I seemed like I had some problems which made me tired at that time, but I didn't even remember that. That's what time will tell, right? If you assume it's hard to overcome some difficulties or problems you had, this too shall pass. I learned it from my past self. Everything is going to be okay if you believe so. Life is too short to think about the meaningless thing. Try to move on and look on the bright side. Everything is going to be okay. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, what did you overcome so far? I want to go into it, but I've overcome many things so far in life. Actually, many things happened just over the past couple of years. No matter how big or small they are, I hit the wall and deal with them many times in life. I feel like that's life. The process to overcome anything makes me stronger because I can strive to find a way to get my life together. Life is a series of choices, right? You make a choice every single day, again and again. What's important is not whether you choose the right path or not, but whether you make that path you chose into the right one. Everything is an opportunity for growth. I'm gonna overcome anything in front of me from now on. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, what do you see yourself doing in 3 years? I want to get closer to my ideal self. I have a dream. I have a lot of things that I want to do. Having said that, it's not always all fun and games. I'll be on the brink of giving up from time to time, but I don't use age, the environment, or anything as an excuse. My biggest enemy is myself all the time, right? I want to be the person who pursues my dream in 3 years, the same as I always do now. If I'll keep this in mind and live each day to the fullest, I'll be the person I want to be more than now. I feel like it's important to cherish not only changing myself, but also continuing what I do. I strive to renew my happiness every single day anyway. Alright, that's all for today. I just came back home right now. I don't have the energy to put on the subtitles today, but let's get started on today's speech. Any ideas to bridge the gap between your ideal and reality? When I felt I wasn't good enough, I tended to add up something to myself. I wanted to fill the gap between lack of things and then between my ideal self and reality. The harder I tried to add up, the less I felt satisfied, because that made me realize that I wasn't good enough at all. But we're never gonna be perfect, right? What's important is you accept who you are and step toward if you want to aim higher. Last I realized I have to let go of all preconceived notions in order to let in some new perspectives. I need subtraction at first, but I tend to do addition, which made me bummed out all the time. I lost my confidence day by day, but I realized I should loosen up a little and just relax. When things don't work well, we need time to wait and see from time to time. We'll see how things pan out. The time I spend like that tells me that I'm good enough the way I am, and it gives me the energy to move forward anytime. Alright, that's all for today's topic is, how do you spend the rest of this year? Looking back on the 3 months of this year, I spent a lot of time to waste. I was feeling under the weather, sitting on the fence between some things and couldn't set the appropriate priority. For a long time. Time flies so quickly, much more than I expected. I can't still believe 3 months have already been over, to be honest. I have to rethink how I spend the rest of this year. The first thing that comes to mind is to make a things I really want to do list and get my priority right. I know things I have to do in my head, but it's not easy to bring myself to do them. Easier said than done, right? But I want to be a person who took the talk and walked the walk in order to get closer to my ideal self. I actually made up my mind not to use the time for anything I can't control or meaningless things through this 31 days challenge. I feel like I'm breaking free now. It's about time, challenge, and change myself. I want to spend a fulfilled time the rest of this year anyway. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, what is something that you could start today? I'm gonna have the courage to say no to not only others, but also myself. I feel like saying no is an action to reject, be rude, not try hard enough, and be selfish. But it's not. It's a phrase that's gonna allow me to prioritize what's important to me. I talked about giving my priority right yesterday, and I realized I need to say no in some situations. For example, when someone asks me on such short notice, I can say no. Unfortunately, I can't do it. I don't have enough time to think or do that. When I find myself thinking about something I can't control, I should say no to myself. It's no time to think about them. Do not waste my time or something like that. We all have 24 hours in a day equally. The thing is, I should learn how to use my time and energy. And actually, saying no allows me to choose where I put them. I realized it's one of the most important skills I should learn. Always saying yes ends up making me tired and leaves me disrespectful treatment from others and disrespect of myself. Saying no is one of the ways to set boundaries appropriately. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is celebrate yourself. What would you like to tell yourself? First off, I feel like giving myself a pat on the back that I've come this far with this challenge. There is only one day left. When I started this challenge, I had no confidence to post speeches on Twitter every day in March, to be honest. Everything wasn't perfect, but I made it. My confidence grows with every little hit of success that I experienced. Speaking of success, I try not to raise the bar for things I do on a daily basis, basically. I try to celebrate small wins every day, which helps build my confidence and keeps me motivated. I remind myself that I'm doing enough and celebrate myself, because it's easier to push myself harder before I knew it than to lose myself up consciously. Especially when I drop the ball. I reflect on myself that I'm not good enough for something, but I don't have to take anything for granted, right? I'm grateful for the things in my life. It's a wonderful thing. The weather is fine. I just wake up on the right side of the bed or anything. If I celebrate the small things in my life, my ordinary life is going to be much more special. Alright, that's all for today. Today's topic is, what is your takeaway from this challenge? I've got done with this challenge finally. I feel so accomplished. A lot of things happened this month. As you guys probably know, I had a hard time dealing with them from time to time, but I learned I can get whatever I want to if I play my cards well. I'm the driver of my life. Some passengers are in my car, such as joy, sadness, anger, disgust, fear, and so on. It's like the movie Inside Out. I can't ignore them in life, but I can accept and be in control of them. I'll never let my emotions drive my car. I have to be in charge of my life no matter what happens. It's all up to me whether I make or break this moment and where I lead myself, right? I was thinking about that through this challenge. I've been facing myself and the way I use my time for 31 days. I feel like I want to be proud of myself and be honest more. I don't force myself to be a people pleaser. This 31 days challenge gives me an opportunity to take forward the first step. I'm gonna move on at my own pace from now on.Alright, that's all. はい、ここまで見てくださった方、ありがとうございました。本当にかなり長い動画だったかなというふうに思っております。約3年ぐらいですね、Twitter の英語スピーチ投稿しているんですけれども、この31日間まるっと投稿するっていうのはかなり私としてもチャレンジングな企画だったので、無事終わることができて本当に安心しているというか、やりきってよかったなっていう達成感があります。アウトプットに本当に振り切った31日間だったので、インプットの時間も足りなかったですし、復習もなかなかできなかったりとか、あとは準備が足りない日もありましたし、お酒飲んだ後とか朝一取ったりとか、本当にいろいろとあったので、結構振り返ってみると、ここ間違ってるなとか、ここちょっともう一回勉強し直したいなっていうところがいろいろ見つかったので、私としてもかなり学びが多い1ヶ月となりました。4月はアウトプットとインプットのバランスをうまく取りながら、また一つ新しいことに挑戦しようと思っているので、そういうことも含めながら、日々英語学習頑張っていきたいというふうに思っています。3月に投稿できなかった分、YouTube の投稿も頑張っていきたいと思いますので、引き続きよろしくお願いいたします。Alright, that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching and I see you guys in the next video. Bye!